Hello, guys. Hello. So, we got guys on the roof, a bunch of people on the roof, so we'll go take a peek at that. Is that my rock star over there? No. Oh, there's a bunch of people up there. I don't know what they're doing. So the rest of the city's really quiet, and, when I came around, oh, we got a bunch of police over here, too. Huh. Okay. Yeah, so there wasn't what was really odd was there were tons and tons of people on the west side of the Capitol, like up on the grounds, and walking around to the east side, so they weren't letting anybody necessarily like come down the sidewalks, but they were letting people come up from around the front to the building, which there's a lot of school groups here today. Oh, what's going on down there too? Let's go see. There he is. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. How are you guys? There he is. Okay, so I see flags down there. So maybe they're going to close down. Okay, so there's nothing really on the schedule today except for, supposedly a lunch with the VP. So maybe they're getting ready for... I don't know, but they would have to clear out this whole area for a motorcade. Let's let him figure out what he's doing. Okay. Oh, I see a fine-looking young man at the door down there today. Huh. And they are giving tours today. Look. Does Rockstar have a name? I'm sure that he does. However, I've made it a point to keep distance. And that's the truth. I do not know his name. He's my rock star. That's his name, as far as I'm concerned. I have made it a point to keep my distance, simply because, in that sense, I mean, you obviously see that, we're friendly and that kind of thing, but I never wanted any questions up here for anyone. I never, I've always tried to keep my distance, so that way there was never any question of anybody telling me anything or anything like that. So, maybe when all this is over, I'll find out his real name. I don't know. But he will always and forever be my rock star. That man has made me smile, and you guys know that. That High Kelly over the years has just, it's meant the world to me. So, it sure has. But I know nothing about him. Oh, they're closing. Okay, so now they're closing the avenue. They're clearing everyone. But let's see if we can get a quick peek on the roof real quick. Boys, don't do it. Don't do it to me. We can't really see up there anyhow. Okay. All right. So, what time is it? We have to go all the way over on the other side of Lafayette? Okay, honey. You too, baby. So I guess we're gonna have something come through here in a second. But let's see. Let's come down here a bit. Let's see. Cleared that out real quick, didn't they? Yes, they did. So let's see here. Might be a bit, so I don't know if... We'll see. We'll wait for a few minutes. Oh, I see a doozy. Yep. Camera's not focusing really good. Yep. Hi, honey. How are you? Good. You know, it's funny because last night I was going to change my profile picture to that picture of when I took the pic of the group of the Secret Service. They were standing down here, and the one guy looked like he had his arm out. You remember that picture? It looked like he had his hand on my rock star's butto. I was going to change my profile picture to that because that's got to be like one of my favorite catches. It was so funny. It just looks like his hand is resting on his right butt cheek, like fully like enjoying the entire butt cheek. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Like how my rock stars I go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's one of my favorite captures. Yeah. That was a great pick. That's a good laugh, you know? All right, guys, come on. Let's do something. Where'd Deucey go? Did he go back in? I'll tell you though, the air is really, really thick here. Like it's so gray. And if you go down Pennsylvania Avenue towards the Capitol, I mean, you could see it. Like if I'll take a picture of it, you can see it. It's really like mucky looking all in front of the Capitol and stuff. I mean, you know, and we're like, good grief. We're pretty far away. So I can't imagine what it's like, you know, oh, good grief. Yeah, people leaving from tours. There were people down on 15th Street, so. They're not moving yet. We'll know when it's about to happen, when they start to move. You know, if I was in better shape, I'd like hop on here and hop over and hop on the back and just blend in. Try. Oh, there goes Deucey. He's walking back up there now. Okay, do we want to wait, guys? I'm gonna wait. Other than that, city is like nothing. We'll figure out what's going on over there, see if it's all cleaned up when I'm done here or what. Anybody have anything new from over there? The Supreme Court? The smoke is covering military in the sky. Well, I can tell you, like, I mean, that's a little extreme just to cover military. I mean, I think what I read was like 6 million acres or something insane like that. Makes you wonder, what that's all about anyhow. Yeah, makes you wonder what that's all about in the first place. But I can tell you, like, coming in, I was coming in over by the National Guard, and I mean, it's so like thick here that, a squirrel was going through, and like, I had to really look to see her. So, but that one video that I saw, I don't know how many, there were like a couple of dozen of them. Did y'all see that video? It was crazy. Okay, looks like let me see way down there. Are they going to close off now? Let's see. I see him getting into place way down there on 15th Street. They're still just sitting and chilling. Dang it. See the plane going by. I mean, it's so thick. They don't keep throwing me off. I think it's just, like signal issues around here. Yeah, I'm a nobody. Don't worry. They don't mess with me like that. I can tell you this, like, the only time that they messed with me intentionally, and I believe this wholeheartedly, it was the only one time. It was over there, and I can't remember what was going on. It was over at the cathedral. And I was standing there. I'd been live for like, I don't know. And I went down, a block or two. And the next thing you know, it was somebody's funeral. But the next thing you know, there's like Secret Service agents come down where I'm at, and lady stands next to me, and she's like, Kelly, can you get... I was like, huh? You just call me Kelly? Like, yeah, that happened. And then next thing you know, the motorcade comes by, and I'm only like, I don't know, 8 feet, maybe 10 feet from it. I can see clearly in the windows. So had I have gotten a great shot, I mean, now normally they will scramble you, but had I gotten a great shot, I would have been able to show faces. Now the back of that limo was crammed with people, and the one person was a man in the camel coat that I had seen before. So, and I don't know who that man is. I don't, okay? And they cut me off. Like, they interrupted me. But that was the only time. Otherwise, it's just, like, signal issues and, you know, they'll scramble a little bit. Like, I don't know. Come on, people. The weirdest part of that was she knew who I was. Like, that kind of, like, floored me a little bit. Like, she knew who I was. She called me by name. I was like, she had nothing to do with my arrest, so I'm like, okay, I have no idea here. Actually, it was like my 2-year, what's today? Wednesday? It was Monday. Monday was 2 years since I got arrested right over there in the corner. Yep. 2 years. I only laugh about it now. It was definitely not funny at the time. I cried like a little bitch. 23 3/4 of those 24 hours. I cried like a little bitch. I did. Alright, these guys are getting ready. That makes for a great story, though, to be honest with you. It really does. I mean, not one that I would tell my grandkids, maybe until they're older. But that does make for a great story. Oh, boy. And the irony, like, it was so, you know, the irony of it. I was wearing a damn t-shirt that said, if you get the chance to be kind today, do it. Oh my gosh. I mean, oh, can you even imagine? Oh, Lord. Oh. Good grief. Hot Mess Express. Okay, come on. There's a lot of cars down there, too, in front of the Treasury. That's the Treasury building over there. Which I know I've been on here for forever. Oh, was it the Colin Powell funeral? Okay. Okay. I couldn't remember which one it was. Traitor. It's part of the reason why my sister was almost killed over there. And the two people in the Jeep with her were killed. They were blown up all over my sister. 19-year-old nurse. And I think he was 40 or 42-year-old doctor. And it's funny. It's not funny. You know what I mean. But, you know, my son had passed away right before that happened. And I was like, you know, I was a mess. Okay. So, I mean, I was 21 years old. My son, like, what he died from was horrific. What I had to watch happen to my child was like the most traumatic thing ever. Okay. It just was insane. Oh, we got a group of people down there. You know, and Desert Storm happened, you know, right after that. And my mom's best friend had, I was really, really struggling. Really, really, really bad. And my mom introduced me to this medium called George Anderson, who did like readings with parents. And his newest book, I had read the two, and thank God for those books, because it was the only thing that gave me peace. It was, I mean, good grief, I can't even tell you. But he came out with his newest book called Our Children Forever. And it was all about children. And I was laying in the bath one night. I was probably about 24 at the time. I was laying in the bathtub, and I was literally reading the story of the 19-year-old nurse. I'll see if I can go, I have the book. I'll see if I can go back and find that and share that story. But it was a reading that he had done about that 19-year-old nurse with my sister. I had to call my sister. I'm like, you are not going to believe this, because my sister has never been the same. She's actually like declined over the years, never been the same. So it's very, very sad what that whole freaking situation over there. So Colin Powell, man, sheesh, what they've done to, you know, the poor people in our military that, you know, wanted to defend this country, defend our freedom, defend us, is just horrific. And, you know, a lot of veterans are going to have a very, very hard time. They really are. Okay, come on, guys. All right, I am... Watch my battery die right before. They're just chilling. I don't even know what time it is. A lot of people coming out from tours. Thank goodness for the good people in the military. Thank goodness for them. I mean, they're still not moving, guys. What's your favorite story? Me being arrested. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it wasn't a pretty scene. I mean, we all kind of know what happened over there. Wasn't a pretty scene. I mean, I was trying to get out of like, yeah, never mind. Yeah, that was a little uncomfortable. Oh, jeez. But you know, a lot of good came out. A lot of good came out of that. Okay, for one, you know, they kept me long enough to really, really do a very thorough background check on me. I mean, I was facing they had federal weapons charges. You know, it was a freaking BB gun that I had forgotten from moving several months before that. It was all under a bunch of stuff. So I don't even want to go into that because I don't even know how they found that. I think it was anyhow. You know, a lot of good came out of that because they were able to do a really, really good background check on me. So they knew everything about me. They made phone calls to like my family members, and you know, that's how the Secret Service around here, that's how my name got around. And you see how it is with me now. And also, it wasn't the first time, but they brought in bigwigs. And, you know, I was sitting over on that curb and I was crying. I mean, I'm telling you, I was scared shitless. And, you know, they brought in the bigwig and he kneeled down in front of me and, you know, started asking me questions. And, you know, I told him, I was like, you know, you're not going to fool me. I know what's going on. I know what's going on. And I'm here to document it and share it with the truth with, you know, everybody that wants to know. And he said, he's like, and we don't want you to stop. And he said, we don't want you to stop. We just want you to be mindful of what you're showing, because I was videoing the gates that day. I was such a nerd. I was like videoing the gates. I wanted to know I was studying this entire city at the time and like the different agencies and how they worked, how they set up for different things and how the gates worked here and how everything. I was like timing it and all that stuff, just really weird, nerdy stuff. But he told me, he says, you know, we don't want you to stop. We just want you to be mindful of what you're showing, because what you're showing the patriots, you're showing the enemy too. And those were his exact words. So, may not have been the greatest of, I don't want to keep waiting here. It's like, may not have been the greatest situation, but good things came out of it. You know, unfortunately, that's why my son has nothing to do with me, because of that event. You know, and he doesn't know, he doesn't know, like, he thinks I'm like some radical person up here, and he doesn't know that, you know, my relationships with, not like relationships, but you know what I mean. You know? So, very, very sad, very sad. Okay, come on. Oh, he's in the back of his SUV there. I don't want to video that. Damn, those things are so badass in the back. Let me tell you. Damn. All right, I don't know. Good grief. You can see the SUV down there. I'm trying to see like the flag on it. It's a white one. It's got our flag and then it's got a white flag. So But I think the lunch was scheduled for 12:15. But it didn't say anything about it. So I'm assuming they're going to go out down to 15th Street. Yep, I was really arrested. Really. Yep. That was June 5th. June 5th of 2021. Yep, that happened. It was a Sunday. But I didn't really do anything. You know, you guys know, everybody that's been with me, like, for the longest time, I might joke about throwing on a Catwoman outfit and climbing in the White House and stuff, and I've had to meet with Secret Service over that before. I've had to have meetings over saying that before. Can you imagine that? What? They laughed. I mean, I may have joked along the way about, that kind of stuff, but I have always been respectful in the city, always tried to, respect the different agencies, respect the buildings, respect the city. I mean, I value my, reputation up here. They would have chased me out. If I'd have been a pain in the ass, they would have chased me out of here. They would have made my life miserable until I left if they couldn't find something to get me to leave over. You see what I mean? They would have made my life miserable. They would not let me roll around here like without a care in the world, talking to myself all the time. This is crazy. He gave her some friends. All she got is that phone. She just talks to that phone. Oh, Lord. Oh. I got no friends. Oh, dang it, guys. I'll stay on. Well, hopefully my battery makes it. My only regret is my son, It's my only regret. Because God knows I never wanted to hurt him. God knows I never wanted to hurt him. I've raised that kid since I was 5 months pregnant by myself. All I've ever wanted to do was protect him, and, that's the only regret that I have, is that it hurt him, and I couldn't make it better. He wouldn't listen to me. But, he's young and things are hard. Things are hard for young people right now. They're stressed, and so I get it. But he doesn't need mom's extra stress of this stuff. They're arresting Biden. Who's arresting Biden? This is for a motorcade. They're not arresting Biden. Well, first of all, the Biden in there is an actor. He has nothing to do with any of this. So, he's not going to jail for anything. Now, I don't know how they're going to handle all of this. I wish I did. I wish I knew more. I really do. Okay, the Marine went in. I don't know how they're going to handle all this. We know that we saw a lot of crazy crap. And that what happened in October, it was really, really strange, what was going on that day when the Blackhawks flew over my car and stuff. That was a very, very strange day here. So I don't know what that was. Did they already, do stuff and get it over with because the city was empty, and everybody was still doing their thing? I don't know. I wish I did know. I really do. I don't know how to handle it all. We're just going to have to wait and find out, just like we have with everything else. We find out together. They still aren't moving. I'll go. My thing is, I just come in here every day and I'm like, okay, are we going to see any military again in the city? Are we going to see any more of the guerrilla fencing go up anywhere? Are they moving? They're moving. There they go. That's my thing. What are we going to see happen here? And we just have to wait and find out. All right. Here we go. Here a little. Oh, these people are going to get a good little treat. We haven't seen a motorcade for a while. I love him. Amen. Oh my. Getting a little impatient here. Yep, those are all police bikes. That's for the motorcade. It's all good here. Nothing crazy. If it was something crazy, they would move us all the way out. We wouldn't even be on this side of Lafayette Square. Sheesh. It's a long video, though, I know that. Okay, there's still letting cars move down on 15th Street. There's a bunch of activity on the property. Oh. You know, I can say this, that, you know, I would say we're getting to that point where we should have, you know, supplies. I'm not saying that things are, we don't know really what's going to happen. But, you know, to have supplies. Okay, he's back out there outside the door. Okay, they're moving. They're moving down on 15th Street, so it's time. They're closing it off. Yep, it's time. There we go. All right. Whew. me get a let's go Brandon flag. Give him like you'd have had to get like a scooter or just jump on in there. Yep. Go. It's actually really, really cool, being here watching this, I think. I'm a nerd. Let's see. That is not, wait a minute. Okay, whose flags are those? Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Wow, okay. Well, that's interesting, eh? That was not what I was expecting whatsoever. That was not what I was expecting whatsoever. Okay, so there's nothing on the schedule. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. All right. Well, I'm going to shut down. I wonder where they're going. If they were going over to like the embassies, it would be going out this way. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Wow. I'm really caught off guard here. Okay. I'm going to shut down. Let me scoot on over to the Capitol. Let me just, I don't know. Okay. I'll see you guys.